Hello there, my name is Wikianaro, and this is The Forest. So I have actually played this game before. I've played it with multiple different people, but I have not ever technically completed the full story mode of this game. I've gotten like several, like 100-something days into this game, but never actually completed the story mode. So I'm gonna actually complete the story mode this time. And this is gonna be a series because this game is long enough that it definitely you can't complete it in one sitting. Gosh, if you manage to complete this in one sitting, holy crap. I mean, there's probably people that speedrun this game. Oh! Timmy just like hit his head on the tray table. Oh my god. Ugh. Timmy, no! Timmy, no! Wake up, sleepyhead. Alright. So, we are in the game. So, this game can be played multiplayer. A lot of people play it multiplayer. I've played it, like I said, multiple times. Multiplayer. A lot of people will actually, like, make servers of this game and, like, play it with a whole bunch of people. And, like, basically people just create different, things, like people create different bases throughout the island, which is pretty impressive. Those are just throwing rocks. So there's a few things that when you first start off this game you gotta do. Ooh. Okay. Figure out where exactly I crashed. Okay. So this is where I've crashed. Get down there and wash myself up. There's always been a certain order anytime I play this game, like in which I play things out. I tend to, because this game, basically the way you work on the actual story mode is there's a system of caves that you have to explore, and with exploring these caves, you slowly start to learn things that are happening on the island, because our main goal here is to, what, I can't remember, is to B. Okay. So I already know that stuff, crafting stuff, is to basically survive, but at the same time find Timmy. Timmy is our son, and then we have an extra thing, which is to find any of the plane crash survivors, which, just an FYI, there are no plane crash survivors. But there's none of them. They're all dead. Because, for those of you who didn't watch me play this either on stream with my friend Ben, or who have watched me and Carmanicus playing this, I do have a video of that I uploaded like last year or something like that. But this island is full of cannibals that I have to deal with and survive, and there's a whole bunch of crazy crap going on this island that makes it more than just an island. So, you know, got to deal with that. Ew, okay. I think my first thing is I probably should look for their main camp. That should probably be my number one concern. I can't carry too many more of those. There's a whole lot of different things to this game. Whole lot of different supplies. Literally, by the end of the game, this little area is like completely filled with things. Is absolutely like jam-packed with things that you use for your survival. So money can be used for your fire to help burn things. I always have issues fully remembering how the island is set up until I manage to get the map. So this is okay, not near the thing. What's that? The yacht. And in this game, you have to keep in mind thirst, hunger, your stamina, and not temperature. Oh, well, technically yes, temperature, but only temperature if you get cold. So you can get cold by like getting rained on and starting to freeze, and then like stuff like that. And there's, like I said, there's a whole bunch of different things in this world. There's 1,000,001 different things to do in this game. What me and like my brother and stuff normally when we play this game, what we start off doing is we start off by going to one specific cave that has a katana in it, a katana and like a plastic torch, which helps you immensely. Oh, there's our first cannibals. Go out to that island. I don't recognize it whatsoever. I have to be careful because yes, there are sharks in this game. I don't think I've ever actually come across a living shark in this game. And like I said, I've played a lot of the game. Yeah, I don't recognize that one. I don't think technically. I don't know if the game's been updated recently or not. I don't think it has. I had, for once, I did at one point have a lot of the map basically memorized. I basically remembered where most things were, and then they changed up the map. I don't know why necessarily they did that, but I guess it was just developer's choice, so. I don't think it's this one. I think this may be an island that has a gun part on it. There is a flintlock pistol that you can find, but you basically have to go to specific points on the map, and there'll be like this section of Earth that looks different than all the rest of them, and you have to place some form of bomb. Either one that you made, or like if you just find dynamite or whatever, you put it on that place and it blows out that like chunk of earth and will reveal a piece of a gun. And you need like 8 or 9 pieces for it, which takes a while to gather. Yeah, because I just saw that the portion of the ship, which was intriguing to me, because like I said, I don't remember that. I have a strong feeling though. Yeah, okay. It's not this bit, but it looks similar to that almost. Is it not? I'm a bit confused. Maybe it's that bit over there. There's another little tiny island over there. Heyo, turtle. Shaboink. Hunting is important in this game. You need different pelts and stuff like that to make different pouches, which help you with like your storage space and stuff like that. Because like, if you noticed, I run out of like capability to carry so many like sticks and stuff like that. But if I build a pouch using certain animal skins and other components, then I can hold more and carry more of those. And I'm really wondering what it takes to find a shark in this game. Like a living shark, because like I said, I haven't dealt with any of those. So yeah, your stamina and stuff, your max stamina goes down, like the thirstier and stuff you are. What is that? Is this a fish? What is that? Oh yeah, this is just fish, okay. Yeah, you discover new animals and stuff like that, and basically your survival manual is what gets you through the game. That's where you learn how to craft things. It's where you keep all your notes and stuff like that. Different like things that you find on the island. There's like different pictures and stuff everywhere that you find and keep in mind. Yeah, you just saw those. Okay, I don't know when they changed this, if they changed this, but apparently some cannibals sleep during the day. And when they sleep, they kind of sleep. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie I Am Legend, but how the cannibals in that movie, how they sleep, they stand like a whole bunch of them like in a group standing up and like hunched over and like standing, but it's just weird. But that's how these guys sleep too. I don't know when they added that, or if it's always been a thing or what. But yeah, so like there's these sharks here, but not any that I find like in the ocean. So like I'm saying, up here, there's one of the gun parts. I know that for certain. There's certain specific landmarks that you can find that you know for certain are areas that have them. Okay, so I just knocked one out, but I didn't pick it up. But there's when you're fighting the cannibals, you knock out teeth. Come on, dude. There we go. This is literally this spear is base level weapon. But yeah. Everything needs like a certain amount of components and stuff like that, so. But I can pick him up and I can chuck him on the fire. And he'll cook for a little while and then basically explode into bones, which is kind of amusing to me. It's amusing to me, at least, because you're literally just like, okay, I've like trying to get rid of the body or whatever, because otherwise you'll see like flies and stuff start to gather around them. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This little. Okay, so I guess maybe that was, but I didn't see one of the. You see that little dynamite symbol? I didn't see that. I think what I first need to do is I first need to find the map, because that's gonna help me immensely. So yeah, he only takes like a couple seconds until he turns into bones. And then literally you pile a whole bunch of them on and get rid of them. Because apparently just having them around, like their bodies around, attracts more and more cannibals. So the sucky thing for me finding the main cannibal camp, there's a couple ways to do it. One of them is like the first time you get attacked by cannibals and you don't necessarily die. You get captured by them and taken to their camp, and they like hang you up in one of their caves because they're gonna eat you, but you don't let them. So I need to start considering shelter for the night. Come on. All these things that you find in here, I promise, are useful. So, like, I'm fairly certain that there's, like, nothing in this game that they don't, like, give you, or that they give you that you can't use. Every component is useful in some way or another. You just have to figure it out. So yeah, like, there's random different things that you learn. Yeah, they must have updated this recently, because I don't remember it being all gross and crap like this. That is one of the mutated cannibals that you come across in this game, because those are a fun thing to come across. There is at certain points you will find caves, underwater caves that you'll have to swim through, that I have to find a snorkeling mask, whatever that thing is called. This door used to not be locked, but now you have to find a specific key card to get into that room, which kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. Do I have enough? Please tell me I have enough. So, like, you combine things to make... Hey! Okay, so I have a basic bow. which now I can use for as a weapon. I can use it for hunting. I can use it for, you know, whatever. But like, there's literally different different types of arrows and stuff in this game. So I will make arrows. I still have to, like, when I make arrows, I have to hunt down birds. Basically, my tactic for hunting down birds is kind of standing on shore, on different, like, shores, and just kind of waiting, because they generally have a whole bunch of random areas that they like to land, and then you take them out. Okay, so I know it's this way for the main cannibal camp. So I'll get there and hopefully be good. And like, you've seen these, me gathering up these little different, like, marigold, and I've been gathering a whole bunch of random flowers. I'll be able to make my own medicines and stuff like that. Right now I'm just crafting a basic torch. That I will use until I get to the oh my, it's really dark. I forgot how, like, this game gets supremely dark. I have this strong feeling that tonight's not going to be any fun. No, the main cannibal camp is this way somewhere. Ooh. So for right now, since it's literally just day one, I'm just going to run into the basic, literally just their basic cannibals. Okay, so I've made it to the main cannibal camp. I need to find the right one. One of these, their, like, hut tent things has a hole in it that you gotta climb down. That's where you find the thing. Oh my god. Running out of stamina sucks. My torch died. Your torch dies after a little while. So I'm literally just fighting them with a stick right now. Where the hell is that one? Oh my god. Is that it? Please tell me that's it. Nope. Ow. I didn't play this like I normally play this. I should probably get out my main axe. Oh, they changed it. Okay. I forgot they did that. So we, caves have certain openings in them. They won't follow me down in here. A jealous god punishes a parent's fault on their children. Okay. Yeah, they won't follow me down here. But I do have to deal with cave cannibals. So, like, there's specific cannibals in, like, caves and stuff. Okay, so there's the AO map. Okay. So I have to fill out the map myself, which kind of sucks. I hate games like that so much. But, you know, that's just how they make the game, so. Okay, I should probably use some of these. Oh, wait, no, I don't have any. Dang it. I need watches. If I have watches, I can make bombs. So there's a whole story to this that I'll basically slowly tell you over time, because I know how the whole story works out. I've known it for a while. But there's a certain way this story works out. As you know, we crash landed on this island. What all is on this island is cannibals. There was a man who grabbed Timmy, who looked like a cannibal, and technically they call him, it's like the red cannibal or something like that. So yeah, like I said, there's different cannibals and caves and stuff like that. So like all the cannibals that are like in the caves and stuff like that are like bluish gray and stuff like that, which is kind of fascinating to me. Because it's just like they don't get any sunlight or something, so I think that's what they're trying to portray. I'm trying to remember what all is in this cave. I think for a while this cave used to not be all this stuff. Oh, there's another guy. Oh yeah. So you can get infected and stuff like that, which will slowly kill you, but oh, there's that. I don't know what that leads to. Ooh. What's that? Oh, it's okay. So you do, like, you get clues and stuff as to where things, like, different things are. So this is, like, a bunch of pictures of the yacht, which you kind of piece things together as you go along, just as you learn things. Which I love games like that. I absolutely love games like that. Those who have watched me for a while know that I love games where you basically, you kind of have to put the story together yourself. Okay, I've got to be careful because even though these guys are literally just the base cannibals, they can kill me. Like I said, I normally go for the Katana Cave first because the Katana is one of the most, like, at least in my mind, is one of the most effective weapons against the cannibals. Other than, the bow. There's a couple different bows and, basically, like, anything you make, there is an upgraded version of that you can find around the island, which, like, is supposed to help you more. Oh, I've got to be careful because I don't remember if there's any of the mutants in here. One second. Okay, I'm back. That's an issue I still haven't figured out the solution for. My camera has like an automatic shutdown feature that I've actually turned off. Oh yeah, okay, so that's this is the cave where you, like, I think first encounter badge, which I do not want to encounter right now because I've got very little weaponry to fight. But okay, there's 3 main types of the like mutated ones, which are they're called the I can't remember. It's either spider or it's badge, but it's literally this multi-legged mutant thing that like shoots babies out at you that attack you. There's the Armsy, which, if you can guess, it has a whole bunch of arms, but it's basically blind. And then there is the Pigmen, I think they're called, but we normally call them rams, because that's what they do. They charge you. They charge and ram at you, so... I'm gonna get out of here, because if I stay in here for too long, I'm gonna get lost. But, yeah, surface cannibals will not follow you down into caves. So that's a way to escape them. But they can... It's basically... If you can get there, they can get there. That's kind of the rule of thumb there. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you hit this guy enough, money falls out of him. I don't know why, but money falls out of him. I think it's still nighttime. There's other things out here. Yeah, there's other things out here that I can get, though. Oop. Yeah, they changed this a little while ago. Well, I don't know if I'd say a little while ago. It's probably been a while since then. But they changed how the caves look. Like, the entrances to the caves, they all look different now. And that's kind of to help you be able to tell which ones, you know, where they are and stuff easier. They also, for the longest time, the caves were the laggiest part of the game. Like, you could hardly go down into a cave without it lagging out. And you could not climb down into a cave without it lagging out on you. But I'm fairly certain they've worked on optimizing those. So they're a little bit better now. Not as bad as they used to be. So there's... Oh, I want these. Different boxes that you'll find everywhere. That all of them contain different things. Like, and you know, like that we've seen the suitcases and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna head for the Katana Cave. That's literally just what we call it, is the Katana Cave, because it has the katana in it, which, as stated earlier, it's the... I don't know if it's technically the #1 melee weapon in the game or not. Each weapon kind of has its own, you know, flaws, but... And technically, things do have, like, one could call them levels, I guess, like the stats. Everything has stats, which, I started talking about it earlier, but the teeth, you, knock out of the cannibals as you're fighting them. You pick them up, and then you can stick them to different weapons to make them more, like, you make them stronger somehow. So this happens too. So there's red paint in a couple different random locations that supposedly, if you put on the red paint, the cannibals are supposed to leave you alone a little bit more. I don't know if that's fully necessarily true or not, 'cause I don't think I've ever found that to be true. But yeah, it's supposed to be that if you do that, they leave you alone. a little bit more. Yeah, but I can't remember whether or not I need this open to fill it out or not. I guess I can just run to where the Katana Cave is and then figure that out from there. I'm fairly certain I'm in the area where that is. So, oh, hi, lady. Quiet. Hey, there it is. Okay, this should be the Katana Cave. Yeah, see, they're still a bit laggy, but they're not as laggy as they used to be. Technically, in this cave, if you go the right way, you can avoid the monsters. So that's good. Is this the... Yeah, this is okay. That's different for some reason. So one of the things you find are Timmy's drawings, and then this, which you'll find a whole bunch of them. They're bits and pieces of Timmy had like a toy robot thing. You're supposed to find all of them. I don't know if it affects how the story plays out or anything like that, but you find them. If I go this way, I can avoid all the monsters, which is good. That sound is Armsy. So they don't technically like spawn above ground or whatever until like I want to say like day 5 if you're on your own. But if you're like with multiple people, if you're playing a multiplayer game, then they'll spawn quicker, of course. And they spawn in certain locations, and they actually have like traveling paths, and you'll see them travel in like herds. But it's just insane. That's a flare. Oh, that's what I need. I need watches, because if I take this, bomb. And then if I were to take one and add tree sap to it, but I don't have tree sap, because I haven't chopped down trees yet, I would get a sticky one. Yeah, so, oh, but there is computers in here. Okay, any more sodas. Like this, because I'm going to cook the one meat that I had. So there's the katana. Oh, you saw me pick some of that up earlier. There is a chainsaw that I will find later on that I can use. It's really good for, really great for chopping down trees. Chainsaws. But great for that. Basically, okay, when you come down into these caves, you'll find most of the bodies. I forgot. Oh yeah. Okay. Ooh, I'm currently on fire. In this game, there is the logic of you run into water and it puts you out, so I don't think I've ever really played many games, or it's been years since I've played a game where that logic does not stand true. So, like I said, there's a cannibal. You gotta be careful in this cave, because the cannibals are literally just like right around the corner where I came in. I'm lucky this game isn't like The Long Dark, though, where you start climbing up, and if you run out of stamina, then you just plummet back down. No, for this one, you climb slower. Luckily. And that's because all the climbs into the caves are super long. I don't know what the sound was that. But it did not sound fun, whatever it was. Still gotta cover off, wash off the blood. There's other things that I want to get, but I'm probably gonna end this episode here fairly soon, just because I've gotten a decent amount of things already. Probably grab a rabbit or two so that I can start making different pouches. One of the annoying things is, okay, so I picked up that arrow, I pulled the arrow out of it, but it turned into one of what is considered the normal arrows, the, just base arrows that you make. I'm trying to remember, because they changed it, when they changed the map. Funny thing is, so you remember how I walked out of the plane and it was just completely missing the cockpit, and that is because the cockpit is separate from the plane. It is completely separated from the plane, and it used to be out there in the middle of where that little island is. The cockpit used to be sitting on that, and you would go in, and I'm fairly certain this portion of it still holds true, but there's a flare gun in there that you need because, there are certain, ones that are more, I wouldn't say they're more or less, get hurt by fire, but, it's helpful. Stick bag. So, bam. See? Okay, so now I can hold more sticks. But then I'll have to hunt more rabbits. For some reason, the rabbit pelts are the most necessary ones in the game. I don't know why, but they are. I'm gonna try and find. There's a specific lake that I like to kind of set up nearby. And I think it's just called Duck Pond or something like that because it's just got a whole bunch of ducks near it that hang around it. Don't mind the rabbits clipping into the ground. Yeah, it's not over here. It's somewhere else. These guys will be useful later on. You can wear their skin, can wear their pelts and stuff like that, and it counts as stealth armor. You make armor out of bones and stuff like that, and it defends you. So basically, it just takes a little bit off of the having to be hit. I'm trying to remember. Hi, friend. Trying to get myself to a place where I can save. Because technically, in this game there is a autosave mechanic, but there is if you find certain tents and stuff like that or other places around the world, you can save there too. Or when you start building your base, you can save at your base, but as you know, I do not currently have a base. Because I haven't decided necessarily where I want to put my base yet. Because it does change. Am I by the hole? Yes, I'm by the hole. This big mamma jamma is one of the places. This is like the final place in the world. This pit I'll have to go down into and discover and deal with stuff in there. Watch off so it stops that. But yeah, there's some not fun stuff down there. I'll tell you that now. I should be close to. Yeah, it's over there. Okay, I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna save because I know there's a campsite over there that I can save at. I do not remember where the cockpit went. It, like, ended up in a weird place. Oh, those are the beach huts. There's some of them, like, the villages and stuff like that are, like, oddly abandoned. Like, you'll go there and, like, if you stay in one place for too long, cannibals start to show up. That's just how it works. That's like why when you're building your base, you can put up a perimeter wall and stuff around it to keep them out. And it just helps. Oh, those aren't okay, those are the beach ones. This is not the campsite I mean. There's another one. Check. Okay, so yeah, so it does fill out on its own. There it is. Okay. So technically, I can. Oh, boop. All right. So I'm gonna actually end this one here. I'll continue playing this and keep going for things. Possibly decide where I want my base to be, and continue working on exploring the caves, getting supplies, and, you know, just working on that stuff. But I'm all out of time for this one. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.